Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making a large post-it note holder. So this post-it note is 6 by 4, and it usually comes in a package of 3. So you can make 3 out of one pack that you get. I usually get them at the end of the season when they're, or whenever I find them on clearance. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be using the Frightfully Cute bundle. Seems like I like this bundle a lot. And then I'm also using the, what are these called? Scallop contour dies. I'm using this second one right here. All right. So you're going to need two pieces of Granny Apple Green. One measures 6 by 4. One measures 6 3/4 by 4. Is it 3/4? Yes, I believe it is. Yes, 6 3/4 by 4. You'll need a piece of Highland Heather, and this measures 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. The Cute Halloween Designer Series paper, and I'm using this stripe pattern, and this is the one that's cut out of the scallop contour die, the second from the largest. And then you'll need a piece of basic white, and this measures 3 3/4 by 2.5. Yes, 3 3/4 by 2.5. All right. So I'm going to get our paper trimmer out, and I need to put my scoring blade back on there because it fell out. All right. You're going to take the piece that is 6 3/4 by 4, and I'm using this measurement over here. You're going to score at 1/4. And wait a minute, did I do that right? Score at 1/4. Okay, I want to make sure that I had that right. You're going to score at 6 and then 6 1/4. So just disregard that other score line because you're not going to see it. It's going to be in the back of the project. So 6 and 6 1/4, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to fold on the 6. And the 6 1/4. And then this score line would not be there. So 6 at 6 1/4. And then we are going to, so this is a 1/2 inch right here. We have a 1/2 inch of overlapping. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some sticky strip and we're going to put 2 pieces of sticky strip on here. Not sticky strip, tear and tape. Sticky strip was a long time ago. Let me take this one off first. And then we'll put another piece of tear and tape right over the top. All right. And don't worry if you go over, all you have to do is fold it back on itself. So we'll just fold this back just like that. Then we're going to take the other piece of no, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. You want it like this. You want it like this. Yep, okay. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put that right up to the edge of the score line. Just like that. That's what was throwing me, but that's what you want. You want your 1/4 of an inch here, because that is where you're going to put your notepad. So you're going to open this back up, and I am going to put a piece of tear and tape on the, right on that 1/4 inch piece that you scored. And then I'm going to put another one over that seam. That's going to hold your tablet down nice and firm. Just like that. Take your pieces off. Then we're going to make sure that the is at the top. And we're going to put this right on here. Put it right up to the seam there. And then fold this over. And then there you go. And then you'll be able to open it up. This will be adhered, and it'll be adhered in the back. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to take our piece of Highland Heather and our piece of Designer Series paper, and we can adhere those together. And we're just making sure to leave an even border on all of the sides. All right, let's take our little piece of Whisper White. We're going to put that back on the trimmer. We're going to take the 2 upper ends and we're going to make them angled like a tag. So we're going to take this end over here, and we're going to put that at the 1/2 inch mark. Then we're going to take this, the bottom, you can bring it down a little bit, and we're going to swing that over to 1 3/4, which is right here. All right, and then we're just going to take that off, and then we'll turn it over, put that at 1/2 inch, swing this over to 1 3/4, and do the same thing. So now we have the same amount of angle on either side. And then since I cut on one of the ends, I'm just going to take my bone folder. Sometimes if you notice there's a little lip, just take your bone folder and run it over it, and then it will be gone. I'm going to take my detailed trio punch, and I'm taking this little oval here. And I'm going to try best I can, just eyeballing this and putting a hole in the middle. That's for the ribbon. All my little pieces out of here. Oops. Okay. All right. So I did some of it ahead of time. I did all of the die cutting ahead of time. You're going to need 2 black trees. So these are just cut out of scraps of black. You're going to need a shape from the Frightfully Cute. These are all from the Frightfully Cute. So I use this in Granny Apple Green, Basic White, Basic Black, 2 of those, and then Mango Melody. I stamped the moon that's in the stamp set and then cut it out with the circle. Then I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green and my witch, and I'm going to stamp her up. I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it so dark, and then I'm going to stamp on there just like that. All right, then I'm going to take my memento, and in the stamp set there's Which Way to the Candy. You could use You're So Scary, You're So Sweet It's Scary, Less Trickin', More Treatin'. Any of those would fit on here. Which Way to the Candy. Ink this up in the memento. Make sure you have it facing the right way. I have to bring this down so that I can. All right, there you go. There's that. All right, get this out of the way. All right, so let me get my little. All right, we're going to take, and I'm going to take one of the trees, and I'm just going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch. Just going to cut off a quarter of an inch on one of the trees. And that tree is going to go over here. This tree is going to go over here. This one goes down a little bit further. Before we adhere them together, I'm going to take the little pumpkin that is in the set. Put something on there. I'm going to take my pumpkin pie marker. These are our Stampin' Write markers. These are not the blends. And our Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to just brush on your pumpkin pie on the on the pumpkin part, and then I'm using the bigger nib on the marker. I'm going to huff on it, and then I'm going to stamp this right there. Doesn't matter if it's crooked, doesn't matter at all. Pumpkins never sit up straight. Okay, now the other thing I did is I took a little piece of Post-it and I made a little mask. So we're just going to put that right over the top, just like that. I've used that several times. We're going to do the same thing. Get our marker. And these ones I'm just going to try and I'm going to bring this down next to each other, but just in case I don't, that's why the mask is there. And I did not. So we can take that off. And then I'm going to put the mask back on the other pumpkin. I'm going to do it again. Whoops. You don't want to do this first in case you mess up the pumpkins, then you have to start all over again. All right, and I'm going to have to bring this down again. Looks like I kind of got them going on an uphill, but that's all right. There we go. So I have 3 little pumpkins there, and I'm going to save this mask in case I need it again. I just put it right inside my stamp case. All right, now we can start assembling our little tag here. I'm only putting glue on the trunk of the trees. And this one's going down a little bit further. This one's going to go up a little bit higher. And I'm slipping it underneath the branches. And it is hanging off just a tad. All right, then I'm going to take my moon, some glue on the back of that, and that's going to go under here, and that's going to be hanging off as well. All right, and then this, we're just going to kind of fit in here. But first, I do want to stamp the little bat that comes in that set as well. So here's the little bat. I'll take some more of our memento. And then that's going to go I have it the right way. It's going to go up here. All right. Get some of this mess cleaned up here. All right. Now this one is going to get a couple of dimensionals. Backings off. Right. And then that I'm just going to kind of fit in here. Just like that. And then I can take a little bit of our glue here. And I'm just going to put just some on the back. And we'll just kind of hold that down. Then I took about 1.5 inches of our gingham ribbon, and I'm going to thread that through here. I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to put that right here on the ribbon, and then I'm going to fold up the other side. The other side here, just like that. I'm going to leave that long because I don't know how long I want the tails to be yet. I'm going to take our Stampin' Seal. That's going to go on the middle of our Post-it note holder here. Same thing. But this is going to go at a little bit of an angle. Just like this. You can put it straight if you want to. Then I'm going to take the ribbon scissors again and just give that one a little shave. And then I'm going to take another glue dot on the back of the ribbon, and just so that stays down, just like that. And that is it. I think it's really simple. I left all the mistakes in. I'm not going to take any of them out, so you know that I make mistakes too. All right, so here is the one that we just completed. Oh, I forgot one thing. You could also take your, let's see, what did I use? I think I used my light smoky slate, and I just grounded these a little bit. Just so that they're not kind of flying all in the air. All right, and that is it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.